They say revenge is best served cold, but nobody ever talks about how painful it is to wait while your anger slowly turns into patience. I still remember the exact sound the door made when it closed behind me that day. It wasn't loud. It wasn't dramatic. It was soft and polite, like the end of an ordinary meeting. But for me, it was the sound of 15 years of loyalty being erased. Inside that room, my career didn't just end, it was quietly buried. Not because I failed. Not because I was incompetent. But because I trusted people who saw my loyalty as an opportunity. I had joined that company when it was nothing more than an idea and a few desperate people chasing a dream. No investors, no media attention, no fancy offices. Just long nights, broken systems, and a vision everyone else laughed at. I believed when belief was expensive. While others treated it like a job, I treated it like my life. I missed birthdays, weddings, funerals. I canceled vacations and slept in my office more nights than I can remember. I fixed problems before they became disasters and prevented failures no one ever knew were coming. I never demanded credit. I thought loyalty would protect me. Over the years, the company grew. Glass offices replaced cubicles. Cheap coffee turned into premium machines. Investors came in. Executives arrived with polished smiles and expensive suits. Slowly, the culture changed. People who built the foundation were replaced by people who only cared about numbers and power. They praised me in meetings, called me the backbone, the brain, the guy we can't lose. What they didn't say out loud was what they were really thinking. That I knew too much. That I was too independent. That I was a risk. And then came the idea that changed everything. It wasn't born in a meeting room. It came from years of watching systems fail and teams panic. I designed something that could predict problems before they happened, automate decisions, and scale faster than anything we had ever imagined. I knew its value immediately, and I knew its danger. I told leadership clearly that this wasn't just another tool. I warned them it needed safeguards, ethical boundaries, and legal protection. They listened carefully. They nodded at the right moments. They told me they trusted me completely. Then they asked me to document everything. To train junior staff. To explain every dependency, every weakness, every fallback plan. I thought they were planning for growth. I didn't realize they were planning for my exit. The meeting invite came suddenly without context. No agenda, no warning. Just a message saying leadership would be present. I walked in calm and confident, expecting a discussion about launch timelines. Instead, I was thanked for my service. Told the company was going in a new direction. Told my role was no longer needed. No warning. No transition. No respect. 15 years reduced to a severance document slid across a table. I packed my desk in silence while coworkers pretended not to see me. 2 weeks later, I saw my work announced publicly. Same system. Same logic. Same future. Someone else's name on it. That moment broke something inside me. The anger was unbearable. The humiliation worse. Bills started stacking up. Rejections filled my inbox. I questioned every decision I'd ever made. I wondered if I was stupid to trust them, naive to believe loyalty mattered, foolish to think my value would be protected. Some nights I couldn't sleep. Other nights I couldn't stop replaying every conversation, every smile that now felt fake. But slowly, anger gave way to something more dangerous. Clarity. I realized something they never would. They didn't actually understand what they stole. They copied the surface, not the soul. They removed safeguards because they slowed growth. They ignored warnings because they sounded pessimistic. And growth without stability is not success. It's a ticking clock. So I stayed silent. I didn't post online. I didn't attack publicly. I watched. I tracked. I documented. I knew exactly when things would start to break. And they did. Quietly at first. Then all at once. On a Monday morning, systems failed. Clients lost data. Operations froze. Panic spread. Executives blamed engineers. Engineers blamed leadership. Investors demanded answers. And then my phone rang. It was them. Not to apologize. Not to admit guilt. They wanted help. They wanted me to fix what they broke. I agreed calmly, professionally, with one condition. A board meeting. Lawyers present. Transparency guaranteed. I walked into that room not with anger but with proof. Emails showing ownership. Documents proving warnings. Time-stamped records they forgot existed. I didn't accuse anyone. I let the evidence speak. The silence that followed was louder than any argument. Within weeks, the truth became impossible to hide. Leadership changed. Settlements were signed. My name was restored publicly. Today, I don't work for anyone who doesn't respect my value. People ask me how revenge felt. I tell them it wasn't revenge. I didn't destroy them. I simply stopped saving people who never planned to save me. And if there's one lesson in all of this, it's this: work hard, be loyal, but never be blind. Protect your value, document your work, and remember that the most dangerous thing you can do is build something powerful for people who don't respect the person who built it.